What's up, everyone? Here's a video that you really need to pay attention to. It was released many years ago. It's called Super Size Me. You remember when McDonald's had that Super Size on the menu? Yeah, after this video came out, they took it off. It basically shows you how toxic McDonald's food can be. And I know a lot of you parents just consistently feed your kids this. In the future, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a form of child abuse. Because this stuff, it's not good for you. I'm not saying I don't eat it ever, but I try to stay away from it as much as possible. Check out the video, leave some comments. Let me know what you think about McDonald's, or should I say Fat Donald's. You know, somebody actually sued McDonald's for making them too fat, and they won. But the decision got overturned. You know, it went to a judge with some brains, and they was like, are you serious? No. Anyway, enjoy the video. Screenshot this segment of the video, add me on my Snapchat, and other various forms of social media. This is the Instagram you should add. The Twitter will follow. Enjoy the video, share it, and be sure you go back and watch the other videos that were previously uploaded to this channel. Have a nice day.
Everything's bigger in America. We've got the biggest cars, the biggest houses, the biggest companies, the biggest food, and finally, the biggest people. America has now become the fattest nation in the world. Congratulations. Nearly 100 million Americans are today either overweight or obese. That's more than 60% of all U.S. adults. Since 1980, the total number of overweight and obese Americans has doubled, with twice as many overweight children and 3 times as many overweight adolescents. The fattest state in America? Mississippi, where 1 in 4 people are obese. I grew up in West Virginia, currently the 3rd fattest state in America. When I was growing up, my mother cooked dinner every single day. Almost all my memories of her are in the kitchen. And we never ate out, only on those few rare special occasions. Today, families do it all the time, and they're paying for it, not only with their wallets, but with their waistlines. Obesity is now second only to smoking as a major cause of preventable death in America, with more than 400,000 deaths per year associated with related illnesses. In 2002, a few Americans got fed up with being overweight and did what we do best. They sued the bastards. Taking aim at the fast food companies and blaming them for their obesity and illnesses, a lawsuit was filed in New York on behalf of 2 teenage girls. One who was 14 years old, 4'10" and 170 pounds. The other, 19 years old, 5'6" and 270 pounds. The unthinkable had suddenly become reality. People were suing the Golden Arches for selling them food that most of us know isn't good for you to begin with. Yet each day, 1 in 4 Americans visits a fast food restaurant. And this hunger for fast food isn't just in America. It's happening on a global basis. McDonald's alone operates more than 30,000 joints in over 100 countries on 6 continents and feeds more than 46 million people worldwide every day. That's more than the entire population of Spain. In the United States alone, McDonald's accounts for 43% of the total fast food market. They're everywhere. Walmarts, airports, rest stops, gas stations, train stations, shopping malls, department stores, amusement parks, even hospitals. That's right, hospitals. At least you're close when the coronary kicks in. Lawyers for McDonald's call the suits frivolous, stating that the dangers of its food are universally known and that these kids can't show that their weight problems and health woes were caused solely by their McDiets. The judge states, however, that if lawyers for the teens can show that McDonald's intends for people to eat its food for every meal of every day and that doing so would be unreasonably dangerous, they may be able to state a claim. Are the food companies solely to blame for this epidemic? Where does personal responsibility stop and corporate responsibility begin? Is fast food really that bad for you?
I mean, what would happen if I ate nothing but McDonald's for 30 days straight? Would I suddenly be on the fast track to becoming an obese American? Would it be unreasonably dangerous? Let's find out. I'm ready. Supersize me.
I knew if I was going to do this, I would need some serious medical supervision. So I enlisted the help of not one, but 3 doctors. A cardiologist, a gastroenterologist, and a general practitioner.
So you're at a good spot right now.
More than 60% of Americans get no form of exercise. So for the next 30 days, neither will I. But I'll still have to walk. How much does the average American walk a day?
Oh, you know, there's reason to believe. We have these pedometers that we put on people, step counters. You could very roughly estimate that about 2,000 steps, because 2,000 would make a mile. And we know that people that work in office settings, who drive a car to and from, take an elevator up to that office, may take as little as 2,500 or 3,000 steps in their entire day. If you wanted to feel physically like a lot of Americans do, then you'd kind of limit yourself to about 5,000 steps a day.
Us New Yorkers, we walk everywhere. We walk to work, to the park, to the store. Most of us don't even own cars. The average New Yorker will walk 4 to 5 miles a day. A day? That's a lot of walking. I'll also have the blessing of being close to a food source almost everywhere I go. I walk past 3 Golden Arches just on my way to the office. 3 in just over a mile. There are more Mickey D's in Manhattan than anywhere else in the world. This tiny little island is less than 13 miles long by 2 miles wide, 22.4 square miles. And packed into that area are 83 McDonald's, nearly 4 per square mile. There are twice as many Mac Shacks as there are Burger Kings, and there are more McDonald's than KFC, Wendy's, Popeyes, and Taco Bell combined. That's a lot of burger.
I know he's going to do it for a month, but I think after a week he's going to be really irritated. I think it's going to affect our relationship.
You are a vegan chef?
Yes, I'm a vegan chef. I just don't know if I can. Of course I will. I'll sit next to him while he eats McDonald's. Of course I will. I'm just going to be rolling my eyes the whole time. We have a vegetable tart and a quinoa and roasted veggie salad, artichokes and a simple green salad, all beautiful, organic, fresh vegetables that you're going to miss so much.
What am I going to have that's organic?
In the next month, nothing.
Nothing.
You're only going to have genetically modified potatoes.
I'm going to eat as many vegetables as I can tonight.
There's plenty here for you.
That's really good.
It's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Have they improved their cookies in the last 10 years? Because the last time I had them, they were like little hockey pucks.
I don't know. We'll see. It's the first day, and I'm on my way to breakfast. Could I get an Egg McMuffin extra value meal? every 8-year-old's dream right now that I'm getting ready to fulfill. I got my egg McMuffin. That's going to be the first thing right there. This McDonald's delivers for free. All I did today was leave my apartment, walk down the stairs, and walk to the McDonald's, 1,272 steps. So we gotta go to the corner and we gotta get a cab. The cabs are gonna add up in this thing, I can tell already. I got my scorecard, and in here, I had 1 Egg McMuffin, I had 1 sausage biscuit. Do you eat fast food?
Once in a while.
Yeah?
Once in a while.
How often?
I'd say probably once every 2 weeks.
Oh, 3-4 times a week, maybe?
In France, yes.
Yeah.
But here, not.
No.
I don't like here. It doesn't sound very clean.
And what's your favorite place?
Probably Wendy's.
McDo.
Taco Bell. Taco Bell. McDonald's is pretty close.
Do you ever have a supersized Coke?
No. In France, the small size here, it's the bigger size in France. Even the small size here, I can't drink.
There are rules to what's going on here in this whole process. I will only supersize it if they ask me, and I can only eat things that are for sale over the counter at McDonald's. Water included. If McDonald's doesn't sell it, I can't eat it. I have to have everything on the menu at least once over the next 30 days, and I have to have 3 squares a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No excuses. Oh, I love Big Macs. See, this is probably the first time in a long time that I've actually seen a Big Mac that looks like the picture. That actually almost looks like the picture. Look at that. Big Macs never look this good. You gotta come to Chinatown for the good Big Macs. You've heard about all these people who are suing these fast food companies.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous, but it's the American way to sue for everything.
I'd throw the lawsuit out if I was a judge. And like I was saying, if these fast food places can put their signs up, if I can walk by them and just totally ignore them and say, I'm not hungry, I don't need this, they can do it too.
We don't have to go there. You know, we don't have to shop with them. We can easily go in McDonald's and grab a salad, but we choose not to.
Now, if the McDonald's refused them service, they'd be in court again saying, we were refused service. So you can't win if you tried in this world.
I think there's a lot of focus on the fast food companies because they are mentioned more than virtually all the other causes in most of the articles and books and studies about why it's a sudden epidemic. Again, it can't be the neighborhood restaurant. We've had neighborhood restaurants for hundreds of years. It can't be the foods we eat at home. We've been eating at home for hundreds of years. Something is very different. I think the figure is we eat out something like 40% of our meals.
John Banzaf is currently spearheading the attacks against the food industry, advising many of the lawyers who are currently going through the process. People say he's crazy, but that's what they used to say about him when he first sued the tobacco companies. Until he won.
I think in terms of responsibility, it's fair to point the big gun at McDonald's. McDonald's is one of the biggest, but more importantly, it is the one with far more than all the others, lures in young children. They have the playgrounds, the closed indoor playgrounds. Many places, there are no other playgrounds. You've got to take your kid there. So even at 2 and 3 and 4, those kids are being lured into there. McDonald's is very heavy on birthday parties. They, of course, pioneered the Happy Meals. Now the Mighty Kids Meals also with those little gotta-have-them toys. So they get the kids in. And, of course, the whole clown. McDonald's is the clown. A lot of those ads appeal primarily to kids. There's a cartoon on TV which features them. So they, more than others, lure the kids in. And I think all of us are far more concerned about the kids.
Another man who is worried about the kids is Samuel Hirsch. He represents the 2 girls who are suing McDonald's, with much advisement coming from Professor Banzaf. Why are you suing the fast food establishment?
You mean motives besides monetary compensation? You mean you want to hear a noble cause? Is that it?
I think that fast foods are a major contributor to this epidemic.
In 2000, Dr. David Satcher became the first Surgeon General to draw attention to the obesity crisis, declaring it a national epidemic.
Now remember, we're supersizing everything. You go to any place to buy, go to any fast food store, and they're trained to tell you to buy a bigger size. For 5 cents more, you can get the super size.
The federal government will define a piece of meat, 3 ounces of meat, as a sensible portion, and that looks like a deck of cards. People would be able to find this deck of cards if they were served a piece of meat, a steak, in a restaurant. It would probably be about 4 or 5 times the size. One typical bagel that one is eating that looks something like this is going to comprise 5 servings of bread. When fast food companies first opened, they generally introduced one size. For example, one size French fries when McDonald's first opened, called fries. That size fries is now called small, medium, large, and supersize. That original size is still here. It's got about 200 calories, but the supersize is going to pack in over 600 calories. When Burger King first opened, they had a 12-ounce small and a 16-ounce large. This 12 ounce is now kitty. The 16 ounce is now the small, the medium, the 32, and the 42. And this is across the board with all fast food places. Cars have introduced larger cup holders to accommodate those huge 7-Eleven double gulps, which are 64 ounces, a half gallon, and hold anywhere from 600 to 800 calories, depending on how much ice you put in.
A half gallon of soda.
A half gallon of soda for one person, 48 teaspoons of sugar.
Hello, may I help you?
Yeah, could I get the double quarter pounder with cheese meal?
Large or supersize?
I think I'm gonna have to go supersize. Look at that. Look at that Coke. That barely fits in there. Oh, shit. I'm gonna... Look at that. Look at how big that thing is. Look how big that French fry is. That thing is like 4 feet tall. Double quarter pounder with cheese. More calories than anything. There it is. A little bit of heaven. Mmm. That's a lot of food, man. I'll tell you what. You get all that supersized stuff? That stuff is supersized? Man, look at that. I just I'm not even halfway done with those fries. I'm even halfway. It's like a workout. See, now's the time of the meal when you start getting the McStomach cake. You start getting the McTummy, you get the McGurgles in there, you get the McBrick, and you get the McStomach ache. Right now I got some McGas that's rocking. My arm. Are you sweating there? My arms. I feel like I got some McSweats going. My arms got the McTwitches going in here from all the sugar that's going in my body right now. I'm feeling a little McCrazy. Oh. Just give me a minute.
I'm in pure McDonald's heaven.
This is gonna be you, like, after every meal.
Oh. I'm dying.
Oh, God, that's so nasty. Oh, it's making me puke.
You all right? Yeah.
I believe we live in a toxic food and physical inactivity environment. That is, we live in an environment that almost guarantees that we become sick. Not 100% of people become sick, but the numbers of people who do are growing and growing and growing. I don't believe that toxic is too strong a word either, because an epidemic of obesity where 60% of the population is suffering and record numbers of children having this is a crisis by any standard.
The toxic environment is constant access to cheap, fat-laden foods. It's gas stations that sell more candy and sodas than gas. It's a nation where there are more than 3 million soda vending machines. That's 1 for every 97 Americans. It's a world where people depend completely on their cars for transportation, and where walking has become such a chore that we rely on machines to do it for us.
My stomach feels horrible this morning. It doesn't feel good at all.
There we go. I'm getting this really weird feeling right in my midsection, like basically in my penis right now. It's just like this. It's really freaky.
That is very odd.
Yeah.
It could be from the caffeine, but I'm not, I couldn't really pinpoint that 100%.
You'll have it delivered from Mr. Morgan, 1339.
1339. I made it over the 3-day hump. You know how when you quit smoking? I don't know how many of you out there smoke cigarettes, but you should stop. I quit smoking. And it's a 3-day hump. It's a 3-day hump when you quit smoking cigarettes. If you can make it over those 3 days without smoking one cigarette, you can make it past day 2, day 3, you make it over the hump, you're fine. Same thing with this. I made it past day 3. I'm all right.
Left unabated, obesity would overtake smoking as the leading preventable cause of death in this country.
I was at this meal, and it came up that one of the people was a smoker. And somebody else at the table started hectoring them about, what's the matter with you? Don't you know how bad it is for you? It'll do this, that, and the other thing to you, and you really should stop. And the smoker, rather than saying, fuck you, which, is the mind your own business, which I think is the appropriate response, was abashed and defensive, and like, oh, I tried to quit, and yeah, I'm going to try again, and you're right, and so on. At that same table, there was a quite large woman. And I was wondering, what if this guy, instead of confronting the smoker, had said to the large woman, what's the matter with you, you fat pig? Don't you know how dangerous it is to be so overweight? Stop eating, for God's sake, and don't you dare get dessert. And what's the matter with you, right? Same logic. I'd be hard-pressed to find a distinction between those two examples. Okay, so one is now socially acceptable to hector smokers, but the other one isn't quite yet. So the question is, at what point will it become acceptable to publicly hector fat people in the way that smokers are publicly hectored?
A secret study by one of the tobacco companies that had the ominous title something like brand imprinting for later actuation in life. They would buy the little toy cigarettes and they'd start play smoking them at 4 or 5 or 6. Wouldn't even notice the pack. I mean, if you asked them what pack it was, they wouldn't notice it. But the theory was that somewhere it's buried in here, and then when they get to the age where they're smoking, without even realizing it, they're going for that pack that they recognized because it had those nice feelings for them when they were little kids. In the same way here, yeah, they're satisfied, it's nice, they remember the warm feelings of playing and getting the toy and being with mom and dad, and it's going to carry through.
That's why, when I have kids, every time I drive by a fast food restaurant, I'm going to punch my kid in the face. Then he'll never want to come.
Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! McDonald's will make you fat. They serve Big Macs. They serve quarter pounders. They will put pounds on you. Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's! Rock and roll McDonald's!
One of the most disturbing things to me is that in the last 20 to 25 years, we've actually seen a doubling of overweight and obese children and adolescents.
And this weight gain has been linked to countless health problems later in life, such as hypertension, coronary heart disease, stroke, gallbladder disease, osteoarthritis, sleep apnea, respiratory problems, endometrial, breast, prostate, and colon cancers, dyslipidemia, steatohepatitis, insulin resistance, asthma, hyperuricemia, reproductive hormone abnormalities, polycystic ovarian syndrome, impaired fertility, and adult-onset diabetes. In fact, if current trends continue, 1 out of every 3 children born in the year 2000 will develop diabetes in their lifetime.
At least 17 million Americans now have type 2 diabetes, and about 1 out of every 20 people.
If the diabetes starts before the age of 15, you lose somewhere between 17 and 27 years of lifespan.
According to the new research, the direct medical costs associated with diabetes have doubled. The direct medical costs have doubled in the past 5 years, from $44 billion in 1997 to $92 billion in 2002.
And somewhere in the neighborhood of about 20% of the obese children have elevated abnormal liver function tests, and we have now started a study where we're biopsying these children to see what their livers actually look like under the microscope, and half of them have evidence of scarring of the liver, fibrosis of the liver, the early stages of cirrhosis. So when these children end up being adults, they're going to end up, if they don't change their eating and exercise habits, are going to end up with liver failure and well, either transplant or death.
Did you want lettuce and mayonnaise on all of them?
I think it's very, very hard for overweight teenagers because you're always going to see the thin, pretty, popular girls, and you can't help but look at them and think, I wish I was her, or I wish I could have that. And I mean, it's depressing. It makes you feel like crap. I mean, that's just how it is. And it's of course it's hard being a teenager because you see all the girls in the Cosmo Girl or Teen People, and they're all beautiful, and you think, aren't I supposed to look like that? And it's just not. It's not realistic. It's not a realistic way to live.
Yeah, can I get the 2 cheeseburger meal? Okay, supersized. Second time.
Thank you, sir. Very good. Thanks, man.
After 5 days on the McDonald's diet, what I did was I ran 3 days worth of food analysis. The needs for you to maintain weight at the 185 that you were at when you came in, 186 pounds, was approximately 2,500 calories, okay? Right now you're getting about almost 5,000 calories a day, the average being 4,986. I would love for you to take a multivitamin.
McDonald's doesn't sell multivitamins.
Well, here's my new advice, is just kind of minimize the meals. A nice substitute for the hot fudge sundae would be the yogurt.
That is true. If you get the snack size, 5 ounces. If you get the regular size without granola, it contains nearly as many calories as a strawberry sundae. With granola, it has more calories than the hot fudge or caramel sundae. And if that doesn't make you think twice about the parfaits, then how about this?
There's a big nappy hair in it. That's disgusting. I'm going to show you how we do it. You go like this. We go. Oh, look, it's long, too. Did you see that? Oh, that's so gross. Only the finest at McDonald's. Here we are at 190.
It was 186 last
192, 193, 194. No. We have to stop everything. I don't believe it. 195 pounds.
Wait.
It can't be. No, we have to redo this. That's 0. The thing is zeroed. Second try. 88, 92, 94.
You're gained actually about 5% of your body weight. Losing weight that fast and gaining weight that fast is not healthy.
Do you eat fast food?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah,
love fast food.
Yeah, how often you guys eat it?
Every week? Oh, maybe once or twice a week.
Oh, we finna go hit up McDonald's in a little while. At least 3 times today. Because you know we ain't had no meal yet today. So we just pointed to McDonald's?
I get the number 2, the cheeseburger.
The 2 cheeseburger
with the supersized Coke and fries.
You supersize it up. 30. Make it bacon. 69 cents. That's what they say. Make it bacon. Make it bacon, baby.
How often do you think people should eat fast food?
I don't know if they should eat it at all. I don't know if I should. I don't know about what they should do.
Oh, that's baloney. It's what baloney. What they need to do is hit like 25 on that treadmill, work out a little something, do some push-ups. See, if you do some push-ups and you eat, you'll keep your weight down. See, I keep my weight down and stuff. I hit some push-ups and everything. It's baloney. Keep myself cool.
Who has time to do that? We have to work. We have to take care of kids. We have to clean.
So you exercise, you run after your kids.
Yeah.
Jello, chicken rhythm.
These are the first McNuggets I've had in this whole exciting tour of duty. Look at that. Glistening in the sun. Boy, that is miserable. I'm not sure what portion of the chicken that's shaped like that. I'm guessing this is the foot on the chicken. In the lawsuit against them, McDonald's stated in their own defense that it's a matter of common knowledge that any processing that its foods undergo serve to make them more harmful than unprocessed foods. Case in point, McNuggets. Originally created from old chickens that could no longer lay eggs, McNuggets are now made from chickens with unusually large breasts. They are stripped from the bone and ground up into a sort of chicken mash, which is then combined with all sorts of stabilizers and preservatives, pressed into familiar shapes, breaded, deep-fried, freeze-dried, and then shipped to a McDonald's near you. Judge Robert Sweet called them a McFrankenstein creation of various elements not utilized by the home cook. So for the past couple days, which I haven't shared with everybody, it's been a new thing, is I've started to have like some not chest pains, but like pressure. You know, I feel like I got pressure on my chest. So I figure that's probably not a good thing. But neither's eating all this. So. I tell you, I haven't smelled bad yet.
Yeah, you have.
I know I haven't.
You just don't smell how bad you smell.
No. Look at that fish fillet. Look at this thing.
Oh, God, that looks nasty, man.
Isn't that horrible?
Obviously, that was been sitting around all day.
That, the fillet of fish.
Oh.
Shit.
America's been McDonaldized, you know, it's been franchised out. It's like one of those old Flintstones cartoons where they just had something rolling around in the background. You kept seeing the same buildings go by. It's like Kmart, Walmart, McDonald's, Kmart, Walmart, Wendy's, Kmart, and it's just like you have no sense of where you're at anymore. The way I look at it is like Cezanne was inspired by the mountain he saw out his window. And when I look out my window, I see no mountains. I just see billboards and advertisements. So I use that as my inspiration.
The average American child sees 10,000 food advertisements per year on television. 95% of those are for sugared cereals, soft drinks, fast foods, or candy. A parent who eats every meal, every day, for the whole year with their child, every meal gives a very compelling nutrition message and can bring in cartoon characters and Michael Jordan. So instead of selling McDonald's, he sells oranges. And Britney Spears, instead of selling Pepsi, will sell radishes or lettuce or something. That parent will have 1,000 cracks at their child compared to 10,000 for the food industry. So it's not a fair fight.
You know, by the time kids are able to speak, most of them can say McDonald's.
I'm going to show you some pictures, and I want you to tell me who they are.
Okay.
Who's that? You don't know?
George Washington.
Yeah? Who is he?
He was the fourth president. He freed the slaves. And he could never tell a lie.
Who's that?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. George W. Bush?
No, that's a good guess, though. Who is this?
I don't know. Odila? I forgot the name, but I think I know.
Yeah? Where have you seen her?
That picture's on the McDonald's. Wendy.
Nice. Who's that?
McDonald's. Ronald McDonald.
Who is it?
McDonald.
What does he do?
He was helping people at the cash register. He works at McDonald's. I love the pancakes and sausage. He brings every of his friends to McDonald's for a Happy Meal.
Where have you seen him?
On television, on the commercials. He's the character that made McDonald's. And he does a lot of funny stuff on TV.
Companies spend billions making sure you know their product. In 2001, on direct media advertising, that's radio, television, and print, McDonald's spent $1.4 billion worldwide. On direct media advertising, Pepsi spent more than $1 billion. To advertise its candy, Hershey Foods spent under a mere $200 million internationally. In its peak year, the 5-a-day fruit and vegetable campaign's total advertising budget in all media was a lowly $2 million, 100 times less than just the direct media budget of one candy company.
Think about the way food is marketed. T-shirts, coupons, toys for children, giveaways in fast food places, placemats. I mean, just all of the different ways in which food marketing is ubiquitous. The most heavily advertised foods are consumed the most. No surprise.
Thank you. Come again. Welcome to McDonald's.
Tomato, concentrate, distilled vinegar, high fructose corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and corn syrup. That means sugar. I'll move over to my salad shaker. I feel a little sick to my stomach. This is the best part of the day, when I get to be fat on the bed with my quart of Coke. Mm-mm.
People eat a lot, and so if there aren't healthy foods available at restaurants and there isn't good nutrition information, it makes eating out difficult.
McDonald's says nutrition information for all their products is available online. But according to the 2000 U.S. Census, more than half of all U.S. homes still don't have internet access. So what are these people supposed to do? Go to the stores for nutrition information? Is that information even there? I went to find out.
Do you guys have any of the nutrition fact sheets? Do you guys have one of those? You know, the things that fold out and have the nutrition info in them?
There aren't any over there?
Or would they be up front?
Yeah, they should be.
But they got lots of info about Dora the Explorer Live. That's cool. Thank you. Okay.
Can't find the booklet? You can use the one right there.
But I mean, you don't have ones you can take with you. Do you guys have one on the wall?
Because they only have it like flyers now. Like the book before, they don't put it up anymore.
Oh, they don't post those anymore? Why not?
I don't know.
Only half the McDonald's in Manhattan had the nutrition info posted on the wall. Some had the takeaway nutrition charts, and 1 in 4 had no information whatsoever. This nice manager brought me the nutrition wall chart from the basement.
Oh, thank you. You don't have ones that I could take with me, like a takeaway? Do you know when you'll have some of the paper ones again?
John Banzaf and I looked all over this McDonald's in Washington for any nutritional information. And then we found it.
Aha, here we go. Behind here, you'd never see it. It's right back there. You can't argue that people should exercise personal responsibility and then not give them the information on which to base it.
I got my chicken group.
There's no chicken group.
That's my cholesterol group.
Protein.
I got my protein group.
Carbohydrate.
I got my meat group.
You got meat, sugar, and fat.
I officially had to loosen my belt the other day from, had to go a notch lower.
One notch?
One notch. It's scary. I'm an old pro at this now.
Right? You'll get sick of this too, though. Girlfriend must be loving you.
She hates me.
All right.
Cool.
Take care,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye-bye.
I averaged out all the calories for the last 9 days, and you're still eating over 200% of what your needs are. I suggest you cut out all the liquids that you're drinking from McDonald's, except for water. A lot of people who lose 10% of, if they're obese and they lose 10% of their body weight, it's beneficial. It can be beneficial in terms of, you know, blood pressure and so on. So gaining 10% of your body weight maybe could be equally non-beneficial.
Here we go. Second weigh-in.
What do you think, Eric? 203?
202,
203?
Yeah.
I think you almost got 10% of your body weight gained. So you've pretty much gained 17 pounds in 12 days.
You look like
You better slow down. I'm telling you, don't drink your calories. I told him no more shakes, no more Coke, no more double burgers.
Yeah.
The staff here is calling you Burger Boy.
It's starting to get dangerous now, man. I'm getting nervous for you.
The one place where the impact of our fast food world has become more and more evident is in our nation's schools.
Can I get a shot of your lunch right there? You got a cookie and some fries. You gonna have anything else? Nope. Do you think, judging by the food that's in there, on a whole, do you think the kids make healthy choices for lunch here?
And we try to teach them to make the right choices in life.
Yeah. You had 2 bags of Rebels, a pretzel, a Twix bar, and a Gatorade.
Laura, are you sharing that with us? Don't all for yourself?
How many people actually just have fries for lunch a day?
A lot of them do get fries. A lot of them do have their lunches.
Oh, they do?
They'll have a
Oh, so
sandwich,
it's like a
and
side.
it's like a side dish. Yes.
Can I get any fries, please?
Just the fries.
Is that your whole lunch too?
Well, I'm getting milk. It's my calcium and vegetable. Can I ask some fries, please?
But you don't think you should take away things like the, I love, like, tell you something, Swiss rolls? I used to eat packs of these all the time. By just offering these up on the lunch line, are we setting the kids up to make bad choices?
No, I don't believe so, because a child, like just like you saw this child, she's not going to solely eat just that. And a child isn't going to pick up 2 or 3.
But that's all she bought.
That big. But it doesn't mean this is all she's going to eat.
Right.
You have to follow her back to her table and say,
We gotta go. That's all she's gonna eat.
This is where schools turn a blind eye. The student with the French fries probably brought a bag lunch with real food. The girl with the chips is probably sharing them with someone else. Out of sight, out of mind.
No, we wanted to see. The question was, did you bring a brown bag with you your whole lunch?
I brought this.
Oh, you brought that. You brought a Coke. So you brought the Coke. Okay, that's all. So she brought a Coke, and then the rest of the stuff.
one thing we don't have soda here.
Right.
We have Gatorade.
But can I see your lemonade real quick? But there's still 36 grams of sugar in there, which is as much as a Coke. You know, there's 36 grams of sugar in the Countrytime lemonade, which is just as much as in soda. Granted, it's not caffeinated, but it's still filled with sugar.
Right. At that point, the question like that, we need to speak to Barbara Brown.
Barbara Brown is the field representative for Sodexo, one of the countless lowest bidders that school districts have farmed out the feeding of your children to. Sodexo services more than 400 K-12 school districts nationwide every day, providing quality food like Little Debbie snack cakes, Gatorade, and candy bars to your children. They also operate prisons and feed thousands of inmates worldwide.
Part of our position is that we're hoping that through nutrition education, the students will learn to make the right food choices without restricting and what they can purchase.
At this middle school in Beckley, West Virginia, the school lunches don't have the flair they do in Illinois. This school does not outsource their food service, but they are on the federal school lunch program, providing USDA reimbursable meals to the students, most of which are reheated, reconstituted packaged foods. Some days the amount of calories in each meal tops 1,000.
So the USDA sends this food for you to prepare for kids.
Right. Well, not all of it now. You've got Sloppy Joe barbecue sauce with pork from the government.
Whatever happened to cooks actually cooking?
I don't know what happened. Too many whiny people.
Yeah?
They don't want her to work hard. It's easy to come in here. This is the best tool we got right here. Box opener.
That's your chef's tools, the box cutter.
That's it. Open up a box. Serve it. Give it to them.
Yeah. Let's look at the things that are actually cooked.
Oh, okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
Here's a menu.
This day.
Mashed potatoes.
Ham. Chili. Will be homemade.
The chili will be homemade. And what about the tomato soup?
Campbell's.
Meatballs.
Comes
in a box, heated up. Out of the course of an entire month, 6 out of 36.
That's right.
You're only cooking 6 out of 36 meals.
Appleton Central Alternative High School is filled with students who have truancy and behavioral problems. But they've turned things around, not through discipline, but through diet.
We were fortunate to kind of stumble across this healthy
healthy program as a result of some contact with Natural Oven and Bakery of Manitowoc, Wisconsin. And they believe in low-fat, low-sugar, non-chemically processed foods that are free of dyes and preservatives, full of whole grains, a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. We do no beef here at all. And then it's the method of preparation where we don't fry. We do a lot of baking and then just fresh preparation as opposed to opening cans or thawing things out from the box.
We got rid of candy machines, soda machines, brought in bottled water, and it was just a situation where we saw a major change in the kids. You know, if you walk through these halls and you're here, these do not look like at-risk, out-of-control kids. Behaviors are better. They seem to be more focused. Teachers will tell you that they get more out of them in the class.
Keep in mind, this is not a private school. These are the quote-unquote troubled kids of the public school system in Appleton, Wisconsin that are eating so well.